Howdy guys, Alex of San Antonio Vapor Blasting here. Today I wanted to give you a quick overview of my three-wheeler build. So on this build, what I'm going to be doing is using the front half of a Honda 200X from 1984. Going to be cutting it off right after the neck, cutting the front half of a Yamaha Blaster off right in front of the gas tank, and I'm going to be Frenching the two together. So this way, I'm going to be running a Honda 200X front end, front suspension, front wheel, front brake, and I'm going to be running a Yamaha Blaster gas tank, engine, swing arm, and a Yamaha Banshee rear axle to widen the rear end out. So on this build, you can see that I've got 250R plastic front fender as well as a 250R headlight bezel. Both of these are going to be used in this build, but they're not going to be mounted to the build. And what I mean by that is I'm going to use these guys as a plug to mold carbon fiber off of them. So I'm going to have a carbon fiber front fender, I'm going to have a carbon fiber front headlight bezel, and I'm going to have a carbon fiber gas tank cover. As of right now, I think I have enough material to do a carbon fiber rear plastics molded off of a Blaster rear plastics, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Right now, I've got the PVA release film actually curing for the Yamaha Blaster gas tank that I'm going to mold first. So guys, if you want to follow along with this build, hit us up on our YouTube, smash that subscribe button, hit the follow, drop a comment below, hit us with a like. If you want merch, we've got hats, we've got shirts, we've got stickers, and I just want to say thanks for supporting the channel. We got a lot of fun stuff in the tank moving forward, and I'm really excited to share this with you guys. Today, we're going to be vapor blasting parts for my three-wheeler build. And this three-wheeler build, we're using front-end parts from a 1984 Honda 200X. So check out what we got in the cabinet. Right here in my hand, I have the front hub. I already pulled the bearings. You can see that there's a lot of grease, gunk, mud, whatever that might be. But that's just one of the parts that we're going to be doing today. Got a pair of used triples that got off eBay. They're in great condition, except for the fact that somebody went full rattle can customs on them. So we're going to go ahead and clean that up. And in that process, what we're going to be doing is polishing this cast aluminum to a really bright, shiny finish. Probably better than it came out of the factory with. So we have a lot of other little parts, some a lot dirtier than others, right? So this is the inner axle tube that runs inside this axle shaft. This is the neck for the triples. And we've got other miscellaneous parts, nuts, bolts, you name it. So these are all gonna go inside this little basket, that way they don't go flying while we handle the big dog parts. So, come hang out, come watch us vapor blast all these front end parts, and we'll have these looking like new in short order. So stay tuned with us. Alright guys, so right now we're going to start with blasting this front hub. So we're going to get all that black paint off, we're going to get the inside all cleaned up, and we're going to preserve the things like the threads on the bolts, and going to make sure that these races are super clean, ready to receive new bearings. Orale, shot it out of my hands. Alright, so you can see right after a couple seconds of blasting, we've already got great results. So let's keep it up. Okay, so we got a little bit more to do. Not a whole lot, but you can see the previously painted and then what's been blasted off. Got a super nice finish on that. And you can see the internal races are getting a lot cleaner already, almost ready to receive a bearing. We got a little bit more work to do, but that's already way better than anything you're gonna get out of a standard parts washer, or it doesn't matter how much degreaser you dump on it, it's never gonna get that clean. So let's finish this part up. Dang, that's pretty good. I need a little bit of touch-up work. Not a whole lot, but I'd say we're about there. You see there's a couple little grease spots in there, a little bit of paint around the edge, and a little in these cracks, crevices, but yeah, I'm really happy with those results. We'll come back to that and finish that off right at the end. I want to go right into the triples. These are cast aluminum as well. You'll see how fast these clean up. So virtually all the paint on that is gone. Need to hit that grease a little bit worse. But you can see that cast aluminum is probably one of my favorite materials to blast because it gets such drastic results so fast and so efficiently. All right, let's get the rest of that paint and grease off, and we'll move to the next set of triples. A little bit more on the end, I was gripping it, and then I don't know if that's RTV, but that feels like it's RTV in there. That's why it's probably not coming off as good. Here we go, that's a little bit of grease, but I think I might have to scrape that off separately. But we're about there on this part. We're about there. Same thing, I'm gonna set it to the side. We'll do a little final touch up. Here's our rustiest guy of the day, the internal axle shaft that goes inside the hub. See what it can do. So yeah, guys, that's seconds in the tank. You can already see drastic results. I don't want to say like new. There's a little bit of deeper pitting from the rusting, but man, that is good enough to run as a vintage axle right there. Fantastic. This next triple, Rattle Can Customs already got a hold of it. See, that's almost there. I need to get the end probably that I was holding it on. Awesome results. And now the neck. So this has super fine threaded parts. One of them has a little bit of damage on it in the middle. Not a ton, just a little bit. But watch, you'll see this will preserve all of that. Like new, guys. And last but not least, bucket of junk, bolts, nuts. Pretty great results right there. A couple more, I need a little work on the head, but I think I have too many in there one time. But let me drop some of the little ones off. Some of them you can see I got really good results on it. Look like brand new hardware. Yeah guys, that's about it for today. As you can see, we made some crazy good progress on the 200X front end parts. And just really excited to be making progress on this three-wheeler build. As always, if you need parts vapor blasted, reach out to us via DM or private message, as well as at alex@sanantoniovaporblasting.com. See you on the next video.